Thank you, and thank you for the question. And it was phrased appropriately because it is a balance. It's a balance between meeting people's very basic human needs and being compassionate, and also being considerate to the needs of the neighborhood. And I know that folks in South Providence have felt for many years that there is a over-concentration of social service agencies and the impact of both the addiction crisis and residents experiencing homelessness here in this neighborhood in particular. And so I think we need to start with the housing solution, and I am a subscriber to the housing first model with respect to homelessness, where we need to provide housing with wraparound services to help those who can transition back to independent living do so successfully. There are some really important and successful community partners who are working on this, and they're on the right path. There's not nearly enough beds for those who need it. And this is where we bridge into the addiction crisis, which is that the state and federal government has started to finally provide more funding and more services available for those struggling with addiction in our community. But housing for those struggling with addiction remains a serious missing piece of the puzzle. And we have a serious shortfall of recovery housing in the whole state, in Providence in particular. And so as we think about expanding those opportunities, meeting the very basic housing needs of those struggling with addiction, we need to think beyond South Providence for where those houses could be and where those new facilities could live. Because there are addicts and those struggling with addiction in every corner of our city and every corner of our state, unfortunately. Finally, this neighborhood in particular has often felt, I believe, like they've had to scream the loudest to finally get heard. And so through better community engagement, through actual constructive, proactive outreach before there's future development, before there's continued growth and expansion of some of these community partners who do fabulous work, so that it's not reactionary, so the neighborhood doesn't feel like it's happening to them, but that they feel like they're a part of the conversation. And the city has a particular role in helping be a part of that conversation, to help play a mediator role, and a role in making sure that those in the neighborhood feel like they have a voice in the future of their own neighborhood. And that's something that I would make a priority in my administration if I'm fortunate enough to get elected mayor.